Okay, calculating dosages with tablets. It's going to look like this. All right, it's going to start out like this. We're going to have an order. This is what the doctors prescribe it. Digoxin, 0.375 milligrams given daily. What's available? This is what you have at hand. The same type of medication. They're score tablets. And we have 0.25 milligrams. There's three ways to calculate this. The first one was order over available, or I think a lot of nurses call it dose over hand. It's the required dose versus what you have at hand. Switch sides. Okay. Now, what is the proper dose, or what is the order? Well, it's going to be, oh wait. Let's do our checks first. First check is, make sure that these two medications are the same. Sometimes they do look alike. If that check is all right, then you go to this one. Check the unit size. Sometimes you're going to see these in milligrams, sometimes grams. Well, the one that's really easy to get confused, if this was micrograms and this is milligrams, be careful of that. That was easy to get confused. All right, so let's go over this. Dose over hand, we're going to take 0.375 mg over 0.25 mg. And this is milligrams per tablet. So if this cancels, what are we going to get?
0.5.
We're going to get 1.5 tablets. So we need 1.5 of these to equal one of these. Ratio analysis. What are we looking for?
Tablet.
Tablets, right? How are we going to set this up? The tablets we have are one tablet equals 0.25 milligrams. We're going to have to determine, this is our conversion, right? Because one of these is, for every tablet we give, it's 0.25 milligrams. So over here we're going to put X tablets, because we don't know how many tablets we're going to need. And this is going to have to equal 0.375 milligrams. Does that make sense? Because technically what we're saying is, how much of this do we need in order to equal this? All right. What do we have to do to manipulate this so that we can solve?
Okay, we switch it over.
What do you mean switch it over?
Put the X first.
You just want to switch this to the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. It doesn't matter. If they're equal, it doesn't matter which side these are on.
Okay. We'll put 3.75 milligrams times one tablet divided by 0.25 milligrams.
This quantity is going to come up here, so we're going to get it. That's what we're going to end up with, right? Mm-hmm. X number of tablets equals this times this divided by that. What are we left with?
Tabs.
Tab, that's good because that's what we're looking for, right? Mm-hmm. So this is going to equal 0.375 divided by 0.25. I'm going to put tab here, tablet. And this is going to equal what? Notice when we got to this point, this is the same as this. All right, let's go to dimensional analysis. Where are we going to start? What are we looking for? We're looking for tablets. So one tablet is equal to 0.25 milligrams. Here, this is a little different than what we're used to. Usually we're canceling out the tablets, right? Here, we're gonna put what?
Milligrams on top?
Yeah, 0.375 mg on top. Divide that by 1. This is gonna equal, what cancels now?
Milligrams.
Milligrams again, right? So this cancels. This is gonna equal 0.375 over 0.25 tablets. This is going to equal 1.5 tablets. All right, on this one, let's do our first check. Is the medication the same?
Yes.
Okay, good. Are the units the same?
No.
Okay, what's the problem with the units?
One is grams.
One is grams, right? And the other one's milligrams. So now we got a choice here. Do we want to change the milligrams to grams, or do we want to change the grams to milligrams?
Milligrams to milligrams.
Grams to milligrams.
Grams to milligrams?
Milligrams to grams, right?
Milligrams to grams.
It really doesn't matter which one we change. All we have to do is move if we want to change this to milligrams, move the decimal 3 places to the right. If we want to change this to grams, move the decimal 3 places to the left.
I think milligrams because we know decimal point.
You know the decimal point? So let's say that this is going to be equal to what? 500 mg? That will be our quick conversion. Now we have milligrams and milligrams. Now we can start calculating. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is either order over available or dose over hand. We're going to take 500 mg over 250 mg. What cancels?
Milligrams.
Yeah, milligrams or mg. This is going to equal 2, and it's going to be capsules. Over here, we'll put our unknown here, so it's going to be x over 500. And over here, we're going to have 1 capsule is 250 milligrams. So this ratio represents this, and then this ratio is the unknown quantity. All we have to do to solve this is move this up into our numerator, so x equals 500 milligrams times 1 capsule divided by 250 milligrams. This cancels, right? If we divide 500 by 250, we're going to get 2, and our units are going to be capsules. Make sense?
One question.
Go ahead.
You said the first thing we do, we check to see if it's the same medication.
Yeah, check this.
So if it's not,
Then you stop there. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of these are going to look similar. I don't have the background, but I've seen a few on here that they looked a lot, but it was a different medication. So your first check should make sure what they're ordering is the same thing that you have available, because it's an easy mistake to make. A lot of the antibiotics look similar.
So, what do you mean by this stuff right here?
Well, I'm just saying, if this isn't the same, you're going to have to report to somebody, the doctor's ordering this, this is what you're trying to give them. It's
Yeah.
different than what the doctor's ordering.
Yeah, in real life.
Yeah, in real life, you can stop right there and say, wait a minute, something's wrong.
On the classroom, if it's, you have a mark like that, you solve or not?
Well, no, don't solve it. No, they're tested to see if you're going to recognize the fact that it's different. Then you stop there and say, no, it's not the same medication. We should be administering this medication to a patient. More than likely, I've seen this change, where you got the grams and milligrams. That's where I see a lot of them. As I said, if it's in micrograms, that one's tricky because a lot of people see MCG versus MG and they get kind of confused. All right, let's do this one with dimensional analysis. We could either start here or here. Where would you like to start?
500.
All right, we're going to start with 500, right? Now we're going to put in our what we have available. And since milligrams is here, we want the milligrams in the denominator. Now remember, this is like your conversion because every capsule has 250 milligrams. In this case, milligrams cancels. This is going to equal 500 divided by 250 capsules. 2 capsules.